Skiing through reeds.
About this guy who's so much more successful because he gets more sun than any of the others and he's bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
So he survives. And then of course a strong wind comes and blows him over, and then the little guy is the one who's favored. So nature makes sure that one's short and one's long, so one of them will survive.
Very cool.
Disasters happen when everybody does the same thing, and that brings in the ecological perspective. There's the cottage.
Oh, I see.
So you can see here that the ice inside the hole is about, well, a little over 2 inches down from the edge of the hole. And that tells you that the ice is 10 times this thickness, so we're talking about 2 feet of ice here.
And how do the fish survive in there?
Well, in the winter the metabolism is kind of low because the water is pretty much close to freezing. It's 4 degrees Celsius at the bottom. That's a magic thing I can tell you about later. It's sort of the reason why the whole world is alive. Beyond that, the fish, there's free oxygen in the water, and the fish filter the water through the gills and extract the oxygen. And the oxygen is in there because there are green algae that capture it from the sunlight and photosynthesis.
So sunlight can go through?
No, nothing much happens here in the winter.
Oh, so it just uses already existing oxygen.
Yeah, more or less. And there's a little bit of supply. I mean, even in the winter there's fresh water running in and water running out. And this lake is tidal. It's a very rare thing for Norway. Practically no lakes are tidal here because the country is so steep that if you have a lake, it's never on sea level. But this lake is. It's sitting between 2 branches of a river. It's fed from both branches, so when the tide goes up in the ocean, both rivers slow down enough, the outer part of them, to fill up the lake behind here. It's pure fresh water, even though it's tidal.
And what about the magic 4 degrees?
The magic is that water, just like most other things, gets a smaller volume as it gets colder. You know that a cold piece of steel is smaller than it is when it's hot.
Yeah.
But with water, that process stops at 4 degrees, and as it goes further down towards 0 and the freezing point, it actually expands again, which means that the densest water is 4 degrees Celsius. And if the water had been getting denser, the colder it were, then as water got to the freezing point, it would sink. So you wouldn't get this freezing before the whole lake were down to the freezing point, and then you would get a terrific amount of freezing. And right now, it stabilizes, and that's the reason you have lakes that stay open in the summer and ice over in the winter. It's a very important factor for the climate here.
Are these mouse prints?
Yes.
Cute.
And they seem to have taken a liking to that hole.
Don't blame them.
It's warm and nice in there, and there's probably lots of food in the cupboards. Look at what the mouses have been doing here. They have a little hole down here. Love the little mousies. Mousies, what I love to eat. Bite their little heads off, nibble on their tiny feet.
I think it'd be fun to have a bonfire on the lake. He looks cold.
Yes, I think yes.
And that's the drill there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Cirka 60 cm is nå?
Nei, jeg borer ned hele skjæret.
Det helt opp dit det.
Ja.
Ja, det over 60.
Ja.
That's how deep it is?
Ja.
Wow.
Safe. Very safe.
Det minner meg om